Hi, this is Krishna Merchant, and thank you for joining us for the Corporate Roundup. It was an exciting week with many companies in focus, some of them for hiving off assets and others indicating that investment cycle may be taking off. So we are joined with us, Makrand Gargil. Makrand, Jaypee Group was in focus this week. They are hiving off assets to reduce debt. Can you tell us how it will help the company and how much debt it will help reduce?
Company plans to reduce its debts to by some 15,000 crores this year by the end of this fiscal, and this deal with this Abu Dhabi-based company called Taka will help the company to bring down debt by some 10,000 crores. So they will meet their 15,000 crore target because they have earlier sold a cement business also for somewhere around 4,500 crore.
So clearly consolidation is happening as the economy remains sluggish. Moving on to some of the steel companies, we heard that some of them have hiked prices and also there is some indication of recovery on track. So Ruchira, can you tell us what exactly is happening from the steel sector and any signs of green shoots?
Yeah, yesterday JSW Steel, it said that it's going to raise prices by 2% from 1st of January. Normally what happens to one company gets followed by the other. So most likely every other company is going to also hike prices. So that's one development. Also Tata Steel said that they're going to continue investing in India. So that's another bullish indicator that steel companies are looking to a brighter future. JSPL also said it's going to more than double its capacity by Jan-Feb. So these are the signs now. All this is based on some demand signals emerging from overseas and in the domestic market. Overseas, there is some restocking demand for steel taking place. Also, the US economy is recovering quite well. And also steel scrap prices, which are a very big indicator, they have gone up globally. So these are the signs from overseas. In the domestic market, also some segments are seeing very good steel demand. So you have the rural and the agri sector, which is seeing retail demand for things like farm equipment and steel roofs and things like that. Also, a new segment seems to be emerging. These are the export-led steel buyers. They're making things like auto components and exporting. So these are some of the signs, and in the months ahead, we'll see if these actually strengthen, which will have a bearing on the economy.
So yeah, some green shoots over there on the economy front. Reliance Industries was also in focus this week for as the government has allowed them to raise gas prices. We have with us Avik Datta. It was a big announcement earlier this week. How will it help RIL going forward?
Yes, as you correctly mentioned, it's a very significant development not only for RIL but the oil and gas sector as a whole as well. RIL and its partner BP have been saying for a very long time that they need more remunerative gas prices before they can go ahead with development of KG-D6 block to stem the gas decline and to improve output going forward. So they have finally got this. Of course, there is a rider that they have to furnish a bank guarantee because there are certain cases in arbitration where it is alleged that RIL was to blame for the gas output going down. This bank guarantee essentially can be invoked if at a later stage the proceedings find that RIL was at all to blame. If not, then the bank guarantee will just stay as it is and RIL will get higher gas prices. Also, this is very important because in January, the government is going to launch NELP 10, which is the latest round of auctioning of oil and gas blocks. And this sends out a very positive signal to investors that the ministry is keen to resolve some of the issues that have been plaguing the oil and gas sector. So it's a positive development for RIL as well as the sector.
So we can see more from the R&D front for Reliance Industries. Another stock in focus at the later end of this week was Adani Power. We have with us Zara Khan, who's joining us on that. So Adani was in news for hiving off its transmission business. Can you tell us more about it and how will it help Adani?
Hey Krishna, thank you. So news came in this week that Gautam Adani controlled Adani Power would be hiving off its transmission business into a separate entity, and they have a board meeting this weekend where they chart out the full strategy and the way ahead. So we spoke to a few experts and they said that this makes complete sense for the company because even though the business is capital intensive, it does make sense because in the long run it gives you steady returns versus the generation business. And if you see, the investors did cheer and the stock price was up at around 4% on Thursday. Thank you.
So that's on Adani from Zara Khan. Thank you for joining us for the Corporate Roundup. Do stay tuned for more on livemint.com.